Hey everybody, welcome to my review for Speed Racer, coming to 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray on Tuesday, May 19th from Warner Brothers. Very exciting release, even though this cover art has looked like an afterthought, but okay, here we are. This wonderful film from the Wachowski sisters. It gets just a single 4K in there. Digital code that has been redeemed. So let's talk about this wonderful, wonderful movie called Speed Racer. We'll start personal anecdote-wise. It was the summer it came out, which I think was 2008. Was it 2008, folks? I'm old. But Scott Mendelson, my bud, my pal, phones me up. He comes out of the critic screening of Speed Racer. You gotta go see Speed Racer. I'm like, fuck off. I'm like, no way. No, Speed Racer, whatever. Nah, okay, fine. I'll go see it. So I get my ass up on a Sunday morning and I walk down to the Grauman's Chinese Theater to get a ticket for Speed Racer. I lived right by it at the time. All right, let's see what this is. And it was like an empty theater sitting in there, and this was opening weekend because my movie famously bombed. Scott was right. This movie's awesome, and I saw it in one of the best places you could possibly see the movie, and yeah, blown away. The visuals were incredible. The story was great. The characters, the drama, like this one, I don't think you see it get brought up, but this is one of the best sports movies there is. I mean, racing is a sport, and this is top notch up there. Yes, it's a more fantastical version of it, but the elements in drama and adrenaline is still there. This movie has a storytelling method that I could compare it to few movies. The way it jumps between past and present and delivers a prologue while also delivering what's present. It's fantastic. You get just swirled up in it and you're blended. There's a moment in the final race, I believe, when Speed spins through the lane and it sort of like becomes this abstract, wishy-washy picture. That's the feeling of watching this movie. That's how it is. It's all together. It's like Arrival, where you're watching it all at once, and it's magical. Like, yes, it looks heavily CG and cartoonish, but that's the point. And it feels like an anime like no others before have. Like The Matrix does a good job. This takes it to a next level. It's like they have the heart and soul, the look of characters, the performances feel anime and work out like that. This movie is lightning in a bottle, and people didn't appreciate it. But like I said, Scott Mendelson, he's a day one Speed Racer. I'm weekend one Speed Racer. I couldn't believe it. I'm telling people think I'm sounded crazy for years. Time has been kind to Speed Racer. People praise it on the socials and stuff. It's probably the general consensus probably isn't like, we love Speed Racer or anything like that. So don't go making Speed Racer 2 or anything like that. But this movie, yeah, the cast is stacked. It's awesome. There's great moments that feel like sports history, just pure human drama. The movie is very earnest. And I think we're at the moment where our media was changing to be a bit more, starting to get more snarky, starting to get more dark and stuff. And the Wachowskis talk about it on here, but like, this is about love. This is about kindness. This is about doing the right thing and stuff. And we were looking for dark stories, turning and stuff. And like, and it's just, you know, there's all types of cinema, but people were starting to look at just making fun of things like this and stuff, wearing its heart on its sleeve, being honest, being good. It was a thing, and without consequence or just, you know, a hero having to do something bad to get to something good. There's none of that here. But the thematics and stuff are just wonderful in this movie. I can sit and drool on it. I already want to watch it again after this. It's such a fun ride. There are scenes, there's two scenes in here with like one with John Goodman and one with Susan Sarandon that are just like, damn. And they're in Speed Racer of all things. But you know what? The Wachowskis, you know what? It doesn't matter. And like to a filmmaker, it doesn't matter whether you're making this Oscar picture, this grand, epic, historical biopic, or Speed Racer, make it count. It doesn't matter what this movie is. Make the best movie you can. And I believe they did with Speed Racer. I mean, one could argue Esther Wachowski's best movie. I wouldn't fight that at all. It's just funny because there's the coding of Speed Racer, and it is Speed Racer. It loves Speed Racer. It evolves, embraces, and reflects Speed Racer, but it's also so much more than that. And I can't speak highly. So I give Speed Racer 4.5 out of 5. No question asked. Probably a 5. I don't know. There's some monkey shit that maybe takes it down about a half. I don't know. Whatever. But if you haven't seen Speed Racer, we'll talk about it at the end here. Let's go to the video. This is compressed to HEVC H.265. The original theatrical aspect ratio of 239:1 for a 2160p image, 4K picture. This is an upconvert. Let's be real here. But it looks phenomenal. Like they didn't just hurry over. There's time spent on this thing. The colors just blast off like they haven't before. The image gets a little bit more definition to it. The depth improves as well. This thing is spectacular to look at. It looked good on Blu-ray too, but now it's even better. The disc is able to be more confident with things. Movements are stronger, and it's clean. It's good. It's like nothing else. Like, people are afraid to make a movie like this. So like with digital filmmaking and stuff, there's a tendency to want to make it look like a film, like it's shot on film thing, try to take it back. But if this one just says, fuck it, we're going to embrace I'm saying fuck a lot on the Speed Racer review. We're just going to embrace digital, make it look like pop and stuff like that. And it's not ashamed of it. It's not hiding it. And the image quality is spectacular here. Even though, I mean, there are 4K upconverts that are like look awesome. So let's not dog that or whatever. You can do improvements if you take the time and you spend the time to do it. And Speed Racer is one of them. So I'm giving Speed Racer a 5 out of 5 on the video. Let's move on over to the audio for Speed Racer. Speed Racer has been upgraded with a Dolby Atmos track. It also has an English 5.1 Dolby Digital, a French 5.1 Canadian Dolby Digital, a regular French, true French 5.1 Dolby Digital, German 5.1 Dolby Digital, Italian 5.1 Dolby Digital, Castilian, Spanish 5.1 Dolby Digital, and Latin America Spanish 5.1 Dolby Digital. You can put these subtitles on while you watch. English SDH, French, German SDH, Italian SDH, Spanish, Castilian, Dutch, and Latin American Spanish. Let's talk about this Atmos track, because this is a machine. This thing rocks. This is one of my favorite Atmos tracks I've ever listened to. Like, it's worth buying the disc for the Atmos tracks. This one knows what's happening on screen, knows it's a cartoon, and embellishes on everything, and I love it for it. I had no problem making sure all my speakers were active and going, because this thing tapped and pounded on every one of them. There's a scene where Speed is spinning in his car, and I felt it in the room. You felt that the subwoofer is hitting good. It was like, foof, 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 foof. My room was spinning with sound. It's great. The cars and stuff from above, above, like my finger in my top speakers for the Atmos were just like, they were rollicking. There was stuff going on. The helicopter with Trixie's up there. Cars zoom, rolling on the tracks. Things like Speed when he flips over. It's being utilized. Everything's there. Everything's in motion. It has rolling sound out the ass that just powers through here. Everything's crisp, distinct. It feels right there in the room. You hear all the nicks and crannies of the sound effects and stuff, and like shifting gears and stuff. Vocals are clear and crisp. This thing is amazing. I'm going to stop drooling over it. It's a 5 out of 5. One of my favorite Atmos tracks I've ever heard. Check it out. Now we'll go to the bonus features and extras. We have some like new and newish stuff. We have Fast Future Family, Speed Racer Revisited. This is 13 minutes, 11 seconds. The Wachowski sisters sit in chairs and reflect on the movie. They have a lot of beautiful things to say. It's an emotional trip for them. and this is wonderful. Watch it. Easy. We have Spritle in the big leagues. This is carried over. It's about 15 minutes. Speed Racer ramping up. This was one that looked like it was made for the original release and never put on it. We have Speed Racer Supercharged, which is 1541 carried over. Speed Racer Carfu Cinema, about a half hour carried over. And then we have Speed Racer Wonder World of Racing, The Amazing Racer Family, which is like a fake old TV special from around the time this came out. And this is just was not on the original Blu-ray disc. So all these extras, there's plenty of them. You're going to be spending about a little over an hour after the movie watching extras. The new stuff, the new one's pretty neat. I'm glad they got them back for that. So let's recap here. The film, give a 4.5 out of 5. The video, 5 out of 5. Audio, 5 out of 5. Bonus materials, 4 out of 5. Overall, 4.5 out of 5 for Speed Racer. Going back to when I said I'd get to it later, just buy the disc. This is video, sound. This is your demo. I don't care if it's not a natural 4K disc. It looks awesome. It's amazing. If you want to watch Speed Racer for the first time for the best effect and you have the home theater capabilities, pick it up. Use the Amazon Associates link in the description. Own Speed Racer. I don't care if the cover art's kind of on it, but this is awesome. Love this movie. Love this disc. Check it out. Thank you for watching. Stay film positive.